Hey Adam, you know what? Actually, I don't really care. I think I'm gonna try something. Actually no, I don't even have the powers. Adam, shall we try and bring the nerd back? Time travel. Might as well give it a go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's try, that's not gonna work. So what a great segue into this documentary. Now, today we're going to be talking about a really good video game called Life is Strange. And just to prove something, if someone's dead, well, they're dead, Della. Let's get this going. What is Life is Strange? Well, Life is Strange is a video game, and also there's Life is Strange Before the Storm, but Life is Strange is about two characters for the main game. It's about Max and Chloe and their friendship. Now, in this timeline, Max has gone away and Chloe has been in Arcadia Bay for the last couple of years, and then Max one day comes back when she's 18, and then they get together. Max gets powers, all that, but we'll talk more about it later. Life is Strange is also a game that shows us how life is like from childhood, teenhood to adulthood. And from a new Life is Strange on the way suggested to be coming out within this year, today we're going to be talking about as much Life is Strange stuff as we can, starting with the main game. But first, here's a little clip of one of the review episodes that I did, of episode 4 and 5. And later on, there's a Vortex party. I may be missing stuff out, but there's a Vortex party during the end of the episode, and you're going to go and warn people about Nathan, and I think Chloe wants to kill Nathan, but really Nathan's already dead. So you go to the party looking for him, trying to get into Vortex Club, and you see Victoria. You either can warn her, not warn her, or when you're talking, warn her or not warn her. I would say warn her, even though she's a bit of a bitch. Warn her. So you do, and Jefferson announced the winner, which is Victoria, for the Everyday Hero contest. And we know that, well, Victoria's going to die next, but you go back to the junkyard, you do, and, well, it's all been a trap because Max has been drugged and Chloe has been shot. Episode 5 of Life is Strange is basically the last episode to an end. And by the end of this choice, you're going to have to make the hardest choice that Toad Entertainment, well, tells you what you have to do. So at the start of the episode, you're with Jefferson, you are for most of it, and you go through different timelines. You do repeating different stuff and going through a separate timeline where Jefferson and Nathan's got arrested. Unfortunately, the storm still happens and Chloe dies on that one. So by the end of it, you're having to be on your own timeline and go back to the very, very, very beginning. Just kidding. You're having to go back to that night in episode 4, and you go and find a picture of Warren. Now, you tell Warren before this, you tell Warren that you have powers, you do, and you can time travel, and he believes you, he does. This is Life is Strange, and Life is Strange was released back in 2015 with the big deluxe edition released in 2016, and then it was released on mobile devices between the year of 2017 and early 2018. Now, with this game is, you play as Max, you do, an 18-year-old who's come back from her other town to Arcadia Bay to find Chloe. Now, in these next 5 episodes, you're doing different dangerous stuff. Max has superpowers. You're trying to figure this out. The drama, who killed Rachel, and much, much more. Now, in this game, also, I should just be mentioning that this game is on the PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, the Wii U, PC, and I've just mentioned between 2017 and 18, iOS and Android. Now, this game has had so many ports, so many different things, that this game you could play it 1,000 times and it'll still make you cry, laugh, it'll still make you everything. But also, this is the starting point of Life is Strange. This game was produced and created by Don To Entertainment and publishers being Square Enix, which they would be also on lead to do the next 2 Life is Strange games. Now, it can also tell us that, yeah, life is strange, but it can tell us that with these type of games, it shows us how we grow, how things change, how violence can happen, how sexual drugs can happen, all of this stuff. It shows it does within this game, and that's why it's amazing. Life is Strange Before the Storm has no cover art, has no something like this. But until recently, it will be released as something like that on the 6th of March. Now, Life is Strange Before the Storm is even shorter than the last one. Life is Strange, you play as Chloe this time, as a 16-year-old before basically 2 years before her death. Now, you meet Rachel, who was a bit of a big thing in the last one, and she's kind of like your companion, like Chloe from the last one. Many of the normal characters are back, but you meet newer characters. You also do with with new voice people on the hand, but also Ashley, the person who played Chloe last time, is here to not play but write, but she will be playing Ashley in the farewell episode that we'll be talking about later. So it's a 3-episode part it is, and you go through the story as Chloe you do, and also sometimes when you are in like either your room or in a place where you can get dressed, the stuff that if you pre-ordered the game, you get some nice other stuff, but you get costumes that you can go as. Now, this game is on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and also PC. Now, the episodes got released between 2017 and 2018. Now that's a nice way to talk about Farewell. Farewell will be releasing on the 6th of March, with some big other stuff releasing also. Farewell will be that 2 of the original voice actors for Life is Strange will be returning, to one of them playing Max and the other one playing Chloe. Now, we don't know any other news about this, but all we know that is you're playing as their younger selves. It's rumoured that this could be about William's death, even though that we've already seen that in the previous game. But this will be the final episode to be a bonus episode that is still in the timeline. But it's basically, you're not playing as a 16-year-old, you're probably playing as a 12 or 13-year-old Max, and companion being Chloe. Now, is there anything else we know about this episode? Not really too much. We don't know if Ashley's behind the writing again, but all we know is it will be releasing on the 6th of March, and there is a BTS video on YouTube at the moment, which I'll leave a link down below too. Now, is it possible that season 2 may happen? Well, after episode 3's release, an article was posted about it. Now, all I'm basically going to say, out of my opinion, is just that if they're going to do season 2, we need to find out when the second Life is Strange game is going to be released. Until then, there's no point doing season 2 after Life is Strange 2 is released. But I also want to add on that, not really like the other Life is Strange game, but this one, most of the good quotes, as the game theory says, are basically things that teens would say. Is this game built for teens? Yeah. Most of the things that happen in here are teen related. There are running away, smoking, drinking at this age, finding out new different things, and seeing your friends die and all that. Most of these things happen to teens, and the other one is not a teen-based game, but this one, I believe that this could be just built for teenagers. But have we heard any news about Life is Strange 2? Well, it did get announced in May of 2017 that since February of 2016 that they have been working on Life is Strange 2 and they want to make it as good as they can like the last one. Now, it is suggested in the podcast that this game may get released this year, but to be honest, Life is Strange got released in 2015, 1 year off. After that, in 2017, Life is Strange Before the Storm got released then. So to be honest, even though Farewell is going to get released this year, it'll be very unlikely they would release Life is Strange this year. As of they do have another video game coming out. So to be honest, I think the year that we're looking for is 2019 or 2020. It shouldn't take any longer than that, but unfortunately this will be in a new type cast space. So no Max, no Chloe, which I'm very sad about, and I guess we can only assume that if you pick the ending where you save Chloe, at least some people made it out alive and you went off to live your life and not use your powers again. But if you didn't save Chloe and you saved Arcadia Bay, then you went on doing the same things, but then Max, well, unfortunately, I guess went into a deep depression and stopped going to that school after solving everything out. I guess that's the only things that we can assume, considering that this may never ever get confirmed, which is sad, but I guess for now we just have to make up our own theories and believe what we think. So what does Life is Strange, the video games, teach us about life? Well, they teach us that life is very short, it's very weird at times. It can be strange, it can be all that, but there's always people there that will love you, and there are always people there that will care about you and who want to deal with your problems and hopefully just help you in a way. But also it tells you that you do have to be safe when you're out there, and there are punishments to what you do in life, and the police and everything else is all there if stuff happens. But Life is Strange is a fantastic game, and it teaches not just me but hopefully other people a lot of stuff, that people can die, things can happen, the impossible can be impossible, and it can happen to anyone. So I don't want to brag about this for too long, but teenagers, I know I've said that probably like 10 times already, but these games are mostly built for them. Considering that Farewell will be looking at a younger Chloe and a younger Max when all things were happier, most of it is just basically it wants to tell a story with these games that these are the things that teenagers will either feel, will either think of, all of these things it will, and how youth is amazing to us. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I don't want to see you right now. So thank you guys so much for watching this little bit of a doc. Now I know this may not be what you expected, but man, it's been a long time since I actually did one of these. Thank you so much for watching this doc. Now the next one will be coming in April. It will be, considering that we're having 1 month on, 1 month off, 1 month on, 1 month off. So yeah, if you want to go and check out more links about Life is Strange and other stuff that I've done, please go down to the description below and subscribe to Yags TV. A documentary is in the works and will get released when it hits the 10k. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember, life can be strange, but it's always best to move on. Peace guys, see ya. And if this comes out on Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day! Yay!
This is me saying farewell to all of those who live to sell. There must be more of life for me to see than famous folks and hip parties, desperation, drugs and vanity. Give me something